Hey, what's up, you guys? So I was just on YouTube, and I seen that there's a lot of videos about, about people either getting fired or quitting their job because it's horrible. Well, I was like, I should put my horrible job experience on YouTube. So, so I'm gonna try to do it. Um, well, I used to work right out of high school. No, actually, when I was still in high school, I worked at a company. Um, it's kind of like, it's like a kids pizza eatery kind of place. I don't want to say the name of it, because that's just rude, and I'm not going to do it, even though they were horrible to me. Um, well, one of the girls I was in high school with, her dad owns the company. So, and the building. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try to get and I didn't like the girl. So, because I always asked her, can you have see if they're hiring for me? Well, this particular day, she actually told me that they were. So I was like, okay. So I go in there, and one of my friends actually worked there. He worked there for quite some time, and I signed on to be like bussing the tables and cleaning off the tables. That's what I signed up for. Well, they they got me I got a job there, but it wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I had to do the game room wall where you get the prizes and stuff. Oh, first I worked there almost 6 months, and the first couple months was okay, and then about mid third month, it started going down. So, because plus I had school, I was still in high school, so I was going through high school and then going to work. I would go from school to work, back home, and sometimes it would be from home to school to work, back to school. Like it would tie over one couple times. Well, because I would usually work, they would offer me to work extra hours, and so it means extra money. So I would take it. It was called the graveyard shift. Sometimes we were there 16 hours, sometimes we were there 18 hours. So, moving games and wiping stuff off, cleaning stuff, stuff like that. So, I was basically the guinea pig. I was always there over hours, just to make sure the place was in impeccable shape before we left. Before we left for the day. So, well, half the time, the little scanners, we had scanners instead of, like, other things, to check the tickets, you'd cash your tickets in to get a ticket, a receipt, then we had to scan the receipts, to get your prize. Well, she had, about 4 or 5 scanners, and half of them didn't charge. So one day we had a party. The whole building was rented out for one party. It was 4,000 little kids and I don't know how many adults, but this whole building was rented out just for that party. And guess who worked that day? Well, I loved my coworkers. I really did. All my coworkers were amazing. I had 4 bosses. Four bosses. One who was the main guy over everybody. One was the game room. No, 2 of them were the game room, and one was like the assistant manager of the game room. So, when my the main guy boss, he wasn't really never in the back, but the other three, I had to listen to. But one would tell me, one was really a really good friend of mine. He would tell me to do something, I would do it. And then the other two would tell me something completely different to go do. And I said, no, I'm helping him right now. And the assistant manager, I would help him first because he came to me first. I like to get shit done in like order. So I finished helping him, and the other two bosses want me to fill the wall, which was the prize wall. I was like, okay. They said stock everything. So you would go downstairs, and there's millions of stuff in boxes that you would have to carry back up the stairs to restore. Plus, you had to work the front, the scanning crap. So I would be switching from the scanning to stocking to scanning to cleaning to constant back and forth. So I mean that didn't bother me, but when my one manager, I think she was kind of gay. She would always hit on me, like all the time. And I like guys. I don't like girls. I like guys. And I'm just throwing that out there because most people think I'm gay because of how I dress. Not the case. It's because I'm cold and it's really cold in my house, so this is why I'm in a sweatshirt right now. And I have fleece jammies on, okay? There's SpongeBob too. Okay, I'm even sleeping on a SpongeBob quilt, so, because we got them for like $1 a piece. So, anyway, that's off topic. Well, my one day after this party, this was about the late 3rd month to the 4th month. My gay boss, I call her gay boss, told me to go downstairs with her, which was her office. And it was in the middle of the stocking area where you go and get the box to stock upstairs. So it was like dead center. No walls, nothing. Just boom, right in the center of the floor in the basement. So I go down there and I have a list. I have a list of everything I need for the wall and the drawers and all that stuff for upstairs. I take it downstairs and I'm stocking stuff the whole time. She's right here behind me, staring at me, and I heard her smell, like smell, and then I looked at her and I go, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, nothing," and she like bumped me and stuff. And it was really awkward. But then I told her we need this, this, and this because we didn't have any stock. So she would write it down, and then anytime I would give her a list or something, she would try to touch my hand in some kind of way, which was really, really. Ugh. Then I would go upstairs with the boxes I need. Sometimes it would a couple trips, and then all of a sudden, well, not that same time, but around that month or so, I started getting ill. Like, I didn't know what was going on. I was constantly using the bathroom. This is going to get kind of graphic. No, it's not. I constantly would go to the bathroom because I was having, major stomach problems, and I was still overweight like I am now. But I was a little bit bigger, actually, than what I am now. And I would tell whoever I was working with I have to go to the bathroom. And I would be in there maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And, being overweight, it's hard for your feet, too. So I had my feet problems, and I was having stomach problems. Well, I would go in the bathroom, and I would do number 2. If you guys don't know what that is, it's poop, okay? And it was like I had the stomach flu, all the time. I would go to the bathroom, then go back to work for 6 minutes, and I would have to go again. That's how bad it was. This was every day, okay? And I didn't know what was going on. And the main boss, come up to me one time as a warning and told me, no, he took me downstairs with the gay boss. Took me downstairs, and they said, well, you either get healthy or quit your job. And I was like, what do you mean by get healthy? He said, either lose weight or quit. And I go, well, that's not the reason why I'm getting sick. I think I know the reason why. Because every time I would go into work, I'd get sick to my stomach. Because I knew I didn't want to be there. And because I knew how this woman would act. And I didn't like her. Anyway. So, every time I would go into work, I'd get deathly sick. And, like, the stomach cramps and all that stuff. I don't know why. I think it was just anxious and just being in there, it just made me sick. So I was like, okay. And, yeah, again, I would stalk. I would be the only person who ever stalked anything and cleaned anything. I was the only one who did it. No one else would do it. I would do it. I was basically everybody's bitch, to play it simple. But, I would always try to please everybody, work-wise. Nothing sexual, but, yeah, they would ask me to do something. I would do it for them. You know, cleaning, stalking, stuff like that. I don't mind that. But that day when those two managers came up to me and said, you need to either get healthy and lose weight or quit your job. Well, about a month passed, and I was still doing the same thing, going to the bathroom, because my feet were hurting and my stomach was horrible. And they pull me into the main office, and they pull me in the main office, and all three managers are there, not the fourth one, but three of them, and they were all staring at me. I go, they were so quiet. I go, what the fuck is going on? And this is a children's place. And I was in the main office. And I said, what the fuck is going on? They're like, you need to, no. They said we had a secret shopper come through. I was like, a secret shopper? They're like, yeah, we had a secret shopper come in. And they said all you did was, basically, bitch about my job, complaining at my feet. I was telling the customer I was ready to go home. And all this. That's not true. They said I was rude. I was rude to them and wouldn't help them as fast. And you have 40 kids in front of you wanting the same thing, well, all different things, and you're the only one one with the scanner that doesn't even work half the time. You're gonna get kind of irritated. I was the nicest I could be to anybody that came through the line. I picked whoever came first to the line. That's how I was. Like, I would get the first line done, then the second line. Then I would finally say, hey, I need some help on the walkie, even though I was supposed to have a walkie, but I stole a walkie. And, but yeah, they basically said, we had a secret shopper come through your line. They said you were really rude. You weren't helping anybody. You wanted to go home. You kept complaining about everything. I was like, well, that's completely not true. I said, well, whoever your secret shopper was a fucking idiot. And he goes, that's what I mean right there. I was like, well, I don't understand how, because I didn't talk like this, like I'm talking to you, like that in front of customers. I'm not like that in front of customers. He goes, well, you have a major attitude. I was like, yeah, now I do. Because you're telling a lie on me. Whoever you had a secret shopper told a lie on me. And he goes, well, I'm sorry to say. I said, what? He goes, you're fired. I just looked at him for a long time. And I was like, really? I go, huh. Okay. I get up, I turn around. The gay boss is behind me, had her arms full and just looking at me like this. Like that. And I was like, oh, you bitch. You're such a bitch. And I didn't call her a bitch, but in my mind I'm going, oh, you bitch. I know you did it. And yeah, I said, deuces, bitch, right when I left. I go, deuces. And there was kids and all that shit. And I was like, I don't care. I don't work here no more. I don't give a shit no more. I walk outside, I call my dad, and that was it. Because I wasn't driving yet, so that's the reason why. But yeah, I told my dad I got fired, and when he came and got me, the one of the managers was standing outside. He's like, "Don't eat that fucking nasty ass food." And about a year or so later, I seen my good friend that was a manager, assistant manager, working at another place, and I go, "Oh my god, hey!" He goes, "I remember you." I was like, "You should. I was your favorite." And he goes, "Oh my god, I haven't seen you so long." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, and I told him that I got fired. He goes, "You got fired?" He's like, "I don't see how you got fired." I was like, "Well, they said I was rude to customers and was complaining all the time and not doing anything." And he's like, "Well, that's total bullshit." I was like, "Yeah." But what he told me, I said, "So I asked him, I said, "Who's all still working?" And he's like, "After you haven't came around, there were 8 people quit after you got fired." I go, "No." He goes, "Yeah, 8 people quit." I was like, "Oh my god." Well, I went in there about a month or so ago for my birthday, and I seen 2 people that the gay boss still works there, but now she's not a manager. She's just a cook. One of my old coworkers still works there. My other manager still works there, and the main guy manager still works there. Still. They were gone for a while. They were gone, like, for a long time, and then they just kind of merged back into the thing. But, yeah, this... If you know of any people that you've worked for like this, leave it in the comment below, because this is kind of BS, because no one should be treated like that. Of course, right now I don't have a job. This was in 2007 when that happened, but I will always remember that, because that I never had a person actually tell me to either get healthy or quit my job. That was my first job. I was 5 months into that job, and they said that to me. I couldn't believe it. But it's over and done with. But since then, like, soon after I got fired from there, I went to my school, my college, even though I'm not college anymore. Went to my college, and I got a job right then and there. And then after that was for 2 years, I went to another job at the same school for 2 years. So, yeah. And it was food service. I loved that job. Now they have a new manager. I don't really like it. But, I mean, I like the manager, but I don't like the new stuff they have to do. So, but yeah. I thought I'd share my little working experience. I know it's kind of long, but I thought I'd share it. So yeah, there's more stuff to that story, but I don't think I should ramble anymore. But but yeah, leave me a comment if you've had bosses like that and horrible job experiences like this. Leave it as a video response. I would love to see what you guys say. And yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video, and I'll talk to you later.